Hello, friends. My name is Obed Abraham, and welcome to Tubbe Light. TUBBE, Tubbe Light. It's an acronym which means Think Uniquely by Being Educated. And in today's video, we're going to talk on a very interesting topic, something which blends into biology, physics, medical science, and also engineering. Both together, merged together, and I present it to you. It's Nano Bio Robotics, also known as living robotics. So this is the topic of today's video. It's a roadmap for creating a new medical field. It's not completely new, but a new specific branch of biorobotics. Biorobotics is an existing field. Look, it's a new field which is existing and is growing in a faster pace. In this video, I'm talking about something which no one has ever talked about, and that is nano biorobotics. What exactly are we going to talk about? But before that, let me give my introduction. I'm Obed Abraham, just cleared my 10th grade, and I'm here presenting to you an idea which I got a few days ago. So this video is dedicated to all the students of grade 11th and 12th, okay? As of now, I'll be going to grade 11th. Thus, this video is also important for me. So it's going to talk on a specific field that's on biorobotics, and into that, a very tiny molecular field on it, which is not yet discovered, which is not yet made, but it's an idea which I'm proposing, and I thought to share it in YouTube. So in nano biorobotics, it's a mission of ours to kill cancer cells or any such micro diseases which spreads very quickly into your body and is very dangerous. We all know that cancer is a very dangerous disease and it's impossible to kill it, especially when you go into the third or the fourth stage. It's so horrible. We can only manage in the first or the second stage. But what if we create cells, robotic cells, which can enter into your body and it can actually detect cancer and destroy it? What if we create something like that? Now, come on. It may feel it's imaginary. Even going to space was imaginary, right? So don't limit your ideas by saying that those are just fantasies, because fantasies is the road for new science. So we're gonna talk basically on how to make nano robots or nano cells, to be specific, which will enter into your body. So how will this help? This will help by reducing the cost of surgery, first of all, how expensive the surgeries are. Secondly, it will also help not help the doctors to not go for major surgeries. This can be done by minor surgery or with less surgery. So let's just go into the topic real quick. So steps for bringing the living robotics into action. So there are 5 major steps. We're going to talk on all of these steps in detail. This is just the index of the video. Okay. So the first step is to master the basics in school. That's pretty obvious. So in 11th, if you have taken science, PCB or PCM, or if you're lucky enough, PCMB, then I would just prefer that, because why math? Why do you need math? Math you need because we will require math actually in this field. It's quite complex to build something without math. Math is the root of science, mother of science. But anyways, biology, physics, chemistry is quite main over here. Math is not that main. Even programming comes to be a very important aspect in this field. In the second step, we're going to talk about to build cool stuff. What are stuffs we're going to make? What are skills we're going to make? In step number 3, we're going to talk about the projects which we're going to do, which will bring our project to a very higher level, or which will actually help us to to build a momentum. All right. So in step number 4, something which we should not do it now, which we'll do later. It's to grow into the future, how we can grow a community, not a community exactly, how we can grow a project. Okay. The 5th is, of course, defining a field. That's the final step after we receive a goal, or we accomplish a goal only after that. So I've written a note over here. This is only for 11th and 12th graders. Doesn't mean that you cannot join this. You can join this, of course. This is just 11th and 12th grade because you guys are science students and you're having everything fresh in your mind, right? That's the point in studying science in a real depth, right? So that's why it's more applicable for 11th and 12th. Now let's talk about the step 1, master the basics in school. Purpose is pretty obvious because we're making some complex machines. So we require to master these subjects. what exactly should we master? In biology, there are so many topics in biology, but what exactly should we master? So much mastery should be done in that topics that are, even if you are called in the middle of the night to answer it, you should be able to answer it. First is the cell structure. Okay, we need to understand all the kinds of organelles, nucleus, mitochondria, how the cells work, characteristics, and everything. We need to study a lot about DNA and genetics, and that becomes a very important aspect for us because learning DNA can help us a lot in how the characteristics are or how is the information stored in a cell, etc., etc. Immune system is very important because we will, at a certain point, we have to learn about WBCs, the characteristics of WBCs, the fighter cells. Why? Because we're going to try to put the WBC characteristics in those robotic cells, right? Yeah, because of that. So diseases, we need to learn a lot about these diseases also, especially cancer, because our goal is cancer. Ringworm is quite a surface level disease. Now that can be cured by many medicines. There are many medicines for ringworm. Actually, there's Crocin for ringworm. There are also many for fungal infections. There are many medicines. But the problem is, in a tropical country like India, it's very difficult to get rid of such fungal diseases because the temperature just keeps on rising and rising. I don't even need to explain it to you if you know it. So we'll also be finding a solution for that, how robotics can help in it. Because if you cut the root, then we get the solution. It's not that deep, but still we can find a solution for fungal diseases as well as cancer. Okay. In chemistry, what do you need to study basically? You need to study everything exactly. But important things in chemistry is first is biochemistry, then organic chemistry. Now, organic chemistry, it's quite difficult, I know, but we need to master such difficult chemistry things. Even everything about enzymes we need to study, okay? Enzymes and then molecules and all such stuffs. Physics becomes quite important over here because we need to learn a lot about mechanics because ultimately we're going to make robots, right? So actually we need to learn everything in physics. That's what I'll say. It's just these are some of the most important topics. Otherwise, everything is important in biology, chemistry, and physics. There's nothing such new thing. Let's go on to the step new. This was not the pretty new thing to you. You already know these all things are important. If you go on to step number 2, now to build cool skills outside the class. Now, what such cool skills? Bro, I have to study for NEET and JEE. Yes, indeed, you have to study. What skills I'm talking about is not playing guitar and doing all this stuff. I'm talking about biorender. I'm talking about Canva. Canva, it's pretty obvious. Everyone knows it. Why do you need Canva? You need Canva to make a concept chart for your idea. Okay. Even BioRender, it's a really beautiful platform for putting your ideas, okay, into drawings, digital drawings. One more bio tool I love the most is penciling. Okay, it's really great. Okay, it's real life simulator of what all things are in a cell and what will happen if you manipulate certain parts of the cell, certain parts of DNA and gene. All right. And then we can take inspiration from iGEM project archives. So iGEM is iGEM projects are really brilliant projects, which which talks a lot about biology and innovative biology actually. Something which we are doing, they have done it a long time ago, but we can take ideas from penciling. Okay. And then Tinkercad. Tinkercad, I don't know how many of you heard about it, but I heard about it when I was a kid itself. It's a good tech platform where you can build some things out of imagination, just like Lego, but in digital world. Raspberry Pi is something which we can do it later, not now. Raspberry Pi comes into the hardcore stuff, the real stuff which we'll be doing. But first we need to transfer the data into the digital stuff. So we'll be looking to Tinkercad and also Python. Now, why Python? Now, I could have told Java also. Python, first of all, it's the easiest language to learn. Okay. Any language you want to learn in the fastest way, learn Python first. Yeah, HTML I know, but I don't consider that a language. Okay, it's too simple. It's for a class 6 boy. But Python, it's brilliant because even if you want to create an artificial intelligence, you would require Python actually. Yeah. So Python, I would recommend you to learn Python. You have to learn everything in Python. Simulation becomes one of the most core topics to learn in Python. When you look into the YouTube channels, here are a few YouTube channels. You can just browse through those channels and learn from them. Okay. And I would recommend you to learn from these channels because you need to learn because we are all baby. We are all the baby level. If you look into the big top institute graduates, we are nothing in front of them because we're kids. Okay. But we can get ideas from them and then we can build something of our own. That's my idea. So you can go through the YouTube channels also. Going on to the step 3. Now here's where the real game begins. Okay. Mini projects. So these projects, there are 4 projects which we'll be making. These 4 projects will be very important for us. For what? Basically for getting an experience. Secondly, to get a little popularity. Now you'll be thinking that it's for my subscription to get more subscribers. No, please no. It's not for subscribers. It's for project. Now what project? Not school project, but my dream project. That's biorobotics, nano bio robotics. Now, in projects, our first project is going to be cell bot blueprint. We're going to make a blueprint, and that's not a simple blueprint like you take the book and then you draw something on the book and boom, that's it. No, we are going to transfer the data into the laptop in digital. We're going to convert it into digital. I told here in Benchling, we're going to use that a lot for building a mock genetic design. Okay. And then we're actually going to manipulate and see what all happens if we do some certain stuffs. Our second project will be a Python project. Yes, I'll be talking a lot about technology in this YouTube channel. In Python, we are going to learn about all artificial intelligence, not for just hello sir, bye sir, that one artificial intelligence, just like Jarvis, but something even deeper than Jarvis. Okay. In Python, we'll also be making a database where tells where if you share the symptoms, it will tell what kind of disease you have and what are the medications you can take. Okay. Now it would be illegal if you're not an MBBS doctor. So someone has to become an MBBS doctor. So maybe we can get the permission from there and do it. Third is a poster project. Yeah, it's quite boring. I know. Too boring, man. We're going to eliminate that. We'll just do it for time pass. Fourth is the Xenobot research. So it's the real life Xenobots and we have to redesign. I'm not much into it actually. I got to learn a lot about Xenobots myself, but we can do it together, right? Yeah. So the goals I've written it over here. You all already know it. Come on. Let's go into the step 4. Now, step 4 and step 5 are some of the steps which we'll be doing later. The major steps we have to focus is on, first of all, step 1. This is something you have to really focus on. Step number 2 and step number 3 comes handy and you need to practice these 2. Step 4 is something which is not that important as of now, but we can do it later. Maybe after our 12th or maybe after we get a job or something. Yeah, it's a long way. It's a long project and I'm looking way ahead. I know, but it's my dream. So let's go it. Let's do it. Purpose is to expand the network and sharpen our vision to learn a bit more. So we can just join the school clubs on coding groups or any biology clubs if we get any robotic clubs. Journal prompts. If we can make journal prompts in our app itself. Yeah, we'll be launching an app also. Not now. Of course, not now. I'm just a 10th grade student, just a 10th graduate. I cannot do it now, I know, but it'll take a lot of time. But surely we'll do it someday. And connect with mentors. This is something which we can do as of now. We can connect to our teachers. We can connect to professors. Now, where to get those professors? That's a very big question. Where to get the professors so that we can talk to them and learn? See, YouTube. First things first, YouTube. There are a lot of professors teaching tips. So you can, if you get lucky, they'll answer you in the comment section. But if you don't get lucky, you might have to email them, some of the mentors. And then if we go on to the final step, this is something completely futuristic, which you're not going to do it now. Give your field a name. Naming ceremony will be done afterwards, not right now. and a portfolio, something we should be doing later. And then there's something, a logo over here. Like I'm building a new science that doesn't exist yet. I mean, first we need to do so because why not? That's just boring motivation. Just ignore that one. So now let's look under the career opportunities. Now you saw all the steps that we should go through. And this is just the index of all the steps in short. Everything you want to impress, that's over here. Okay, in this slide. But now let's go into the career opportunities and see what all careers can we have if we opt out for biorobotics. Okay, not nano biorobotics, biorobotics, because that's an that's a pre-existing field. So the career opportunities is first biomedical engineering, synthetic biologist, immunoengineer. Yeah, the main one over here I see is nanotechnologist. Now, my primary focus, if you want to go somewhere to get a top-notch salary or get a top-notch profile, it would be nanotechnologist. Why? Because Elon Musk is doing the same thing. What's he doing? He's doing the Neuralink. If you have heard that news of Neuralink, from where you can control your laptop or your device with your brain by putting some chip in your brain. So nanotechnologist will be a demand in the future. Okay. That's quite predictable. The second such career opportunity you can have is on robotics, tech focused roles. You can become a medical robotist to build some machines. Now, it has already started to have a lot of medical surgeons which are artificial to say robotic robots which can do surgery not by their own with the help of a surgeon itself, but the surgeon will be controlling with a remote control like this one, and then the robot will be doing it. It will give you more precision. Okay. So medical robotist is a very good field. If you look at the wearable tech developer, that's also a very good field. AI in health development is quite unique. Yeah, you can go with that one also. Third is the emerging field and the future roles. That's a cell programmer, and that's so beautiful. And where will this come? Cell programming. Cell programming will only come after the gene editing becomes successful. As of now, if you look at the dire wolves, the extinct animal has been brought back. Okay, so that's a program of gene editing, the genetic engineering. By that, they brought the animals back, the extinct animals back. Now, cell programming will be the next step of all the gene editing engineers. Okay. So what can you do in that? You can code cells, but you can code cells, write instructions so that the cell doesn't die very quickly. So it can also help to increase the lifespan of a human, right? Yeah, that's playing God. Don't go there. Therapeutic nanobot designer and living system architect. These are some of the other fields. And then the final career opportunities you will have is academic and teaching roles. You can become a professor by doing a PhD unit. And then you can also become an educator or a science communicator. And you can also write books, do something in YouTube, become like one of those professors who teaches in YouTube for free, and you'll be famous. So these were all the career opportunities. You can go and do these core scientific careers, or you can just combine robotics plus technology focused roles. And then you can go into some of the future jobs which are not right now because they're not in a booming stage. But after the gene editing gets successful, right, after that, these jobs will be in demand. The fourth one is academic classic, right? Now, this is the conclusion, but I'll tell it by my own. You don't need to read that conclusion. Yes, in the conclusion, we can just say this project is quite huge and it will seem quite impossible, and it's quite impossible at this time. But let's not lose our hope and let's just try, give it a shot. Let's see what will be the outcome, but we'll try our best, okay? And that's why I need your help to make this Nano Bio Robotics. I'll be making a Discord group, but you need to just vote down, okay? Just if you want me to create a Discord group for this project, then comment down below, Discord it, okay? And then if the ratio of the comments who say that discarded is more, then I'll make a Discord group and I'll put the link in the description for Discord. Okay. So thank you for being with, being with me for this long time. I know it's a long time, but thank you for giving your precious time on listening to my ideas. And I hope one day this will be successful. Thank you.